Hi. Hello, everybody. It's Friday. We made it another week. Friday. Hear my audience in the back. I'm Lake Moore. I'm early tonight. Yes. Because I want to get in and speak to you before it gets later in the evening. Have some plans in about 15 minutes, and then we have movie night later on. So I want to say hello and see how your week was, and to also leave you with this, recapping the week. Take a deep breath. Another week, and we're here. We made it. Yes, we did. I'm like more capacity where the stretch is necessary. Perfection is not the measure, but maturity is mandatory. Our process may look different, but true indeed, that is the ultimate goal, that we will be mature. That is that perfection. It doesn't mean by men's standard, but it means about, are you maturing? Are you learning? How are you applying it? What are you passing down to your kids? Hold on for a second. Children, can you turn that down a little bit? Hope you guys can hear me. Question 4 today for you. What do you do between now and when? You know, we talk about celebrating our wins, W-I-N, and not waiting to W-H-E-N, because we never know what things are going to be brought to us. But what are you going to do between now and when? When your dreams come to pass, when you become mature, there is something that you have got to commit to right now. Yes, it's going to be hard and it's going to take work. What's your commitment to it? You're committing to you. You're committing to the man, the God that made you for such a time as this. What are you going to do between your now and whatever that may be and your when? Sometimes it's hard because we don't know how long whatever it is that we might be dealing with or what we're facing, how long it's going to last. But one thing that you can do is you can look back and you can say, hey, I was able to get through it. Hey. Hi, Ayana. We're here. Who is we? You know, you can say, I was able to get through it. Now doesn't last always. There is a win coming. And then you'll be able to speak about your process from now to when, and then your next win. Every day that we get up, we have a choice. We can choose to wallow in anger and pain and unforgiveness. We can choose to be a victim and not a victor. But I challenge you to think about your WINs every day. Yeah, the world is going crazy in so many ways. We have been hurt either overtly or covertly. There are things that are going on. But if you focus so much energy there, you will forget that there is a WHEN. And when you remember that, it's like every day you can get up with intention to say, no, yeah, this may have happened, but I have a new win coming, a WIN and a WHEN. Yes, it's coming. So, all right. This is my charge to you. How do you prepare now? I love scripture. And I want you to know that as I share this with you guys, and I appreciate your support, that literally there are things that go on through the day, and this is an accountability. It's amazing how when we speak things and situation comes up, it will come back to your remembrance. And it will either give you a sense of resolve, and then you will also be immediately able to correct an action so that you won't do something that you'll regret. You know, there is power in words. You can literally start talking about what you believe will be when. Tomorrow, when I wake up. See, at the end of this day, when I lay my head down, I will be offense free. Those types of things. But you can start preparing now. Stuff is going to come to our mind and it's going to cause triggers of those things, whatever it may be. But send that stuff away. Take hold of it. We're in the house and we're being, again, I always say we're being bombarded with the reel of our minds. But please prepare yourself. Find something to read. Meditate on the word. Remember to do your breath prayer, especially at the end of the week, y'all. You sit back after Friday, you're like, "Who? I am done. I have nothing left." But you do. You do. Tap into the reservoir. Take rest if you need to, but tap into your reservoir. What are you committed to? Are you committed to what you can see and what your desire is? You know, the Bible says that he that began a good work, that he'll perform it. It's a constant process. Will you commit to the process? Will you commit to good relationships? Will you commit to being a good wife, a good husband, a good mother, a good father, a good friend? What are you committed to? Because if you declare what you're going to be committed to literally now, when that stuff, and I'm going to say this, when that sugar honey iced tea, boop, yes, hits the fan, you'll remember what you're committed to. And that will give you strength to keep pushing, to keep praying, to keep believing. I'm not saying that your submission should make you a doormat. That's not what I'm saying. But there is a certain type of victory when you realize that you're committed to making sure that you're mature and that you learn, and then you keep other people around you committed to doing the same. You know, what is our deepest fear? Yeah. That when you commit and saying, "Okay, God, perform that work in me," that literally you concentrating on being that good work and allowing the potter to shape and make you, that gives somebody else space to allow the Lord to do the same thing in them. What are you committed to? And how do you prepare? So what must change? We already talked about before that mindset must change. And we've got to be committed to balancing those four quadrants, right? Which is our spiritual, mental, physical, and financial. You know what must change. If you don't have the tools, put your pride aside and ask for help. So pride must change. Being isolated, thinking that you're alone, that must change. Thinking that everybody is against me, that's got to change. Thinking that you're not enough, or that that you have to assimilate or to change really who you are in order to fit. Don't you know you're fearfully and wonderfully made in his image and in his likeness? He likes you. Even when we make mistakes, he's a good father. And he still is faithful to the work that he started. Y'all, realizing that perfection is not the measure is such a huge thing for me now, because there was a time when I thought I had to check off every box. Literally, that things had to line up, or I had to be a certain way, without realizing that it was okay to become, that there was a process involved. Those things have to change. That when you look in yourself in the mirror, when you look at yourself in the mirror, that you don't just see your flaws, but you see your uniqueness and you celebrate that. And then it's not comparing yourself to somebody else, but you can say, yeah, straighten your shoulders, flip your hair if you need to, and say, I'm enough. And then it's okay to say, there's a part of me where there's a gap and there's a void and I need help. And then wherever they are, we can ask for it. Yeah. What else has got to change? Gratitude. It is so easy to complain. It is so easy to give up. It is so easy to walk away from hurt and to build walls where we don't want to feel it anymore. But then what about when those walls, as I said before, it becomes a prison that we can't get out of because of shame, because of guilt, or because of tenderness, or whatever it may be. Being grateful for the simple things of life. We are on day 4. And if you're just coming in, so we have committed, and I say we, my community here, to 21 days. 21 days begins a habit. that every day, whatever time you set aside, that you will identify and say 3 things within the past 24 hours that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything grand. It could be something small. Today I got a full night's rest last night. I haven't really been sleeping, or my children might get up in the middle of the night because they want comfort. But I was able to rest like 8 hours. And when I woke up, I said, whew, thank you. Or that good cup of coffee we laughed about the other night, whatever it may be. Despise not the small things. Opening your eyes when your feet touch the floor. Yeah, because somebody somewhere, they're not able to do it. They can't be grateful for it. And their gratitude may be for something that we take for granted. Gratitude. How do you let then go? Just like that. Just let it go. Condition your mind not to keep going back. And if you get closure to certain things, that's great. But also letting then go means coming to the resolve of, hey, I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. Yeah, I'm enough. And there are people that are assigned to your enough. And they need you to know it. They need you to share it. They need you to sit in it. Yeah, sit in it and remind yourself of that. I'm so serious. Y'all, juggling everything, all the hats that we wear. My juggle is, of course, just first being me, but then being a wife, being a mom, I feel like being a teacher, short order cook, counselor, principal. But then this is the space that I know I'm created for. And although every day it's like, why am I here? Because after all of this is like my wind. Being here with you is my win, because this is what I'm created for. And I know it because of the strength and the peace that it brings to me. So that's how you let then go. Find your space. There's something that you do that nobody else can. Get to the point to where you do it even when it's hard. Not that you're looking for anything in return, but show up for you. No matter what anybody else said, you don't have to have a crowd of 1,000, 10,000, or 1,000,000. But if you can reach one person, one, you never know. They could be on the verge of giving up. They can be on the verge of throwing in the towel, committing suicide, whatever it may be. And you getting over all the stuff that's trying to keep you, you can be exactly what they need to move forward. Yep. That's it. Stay focused. No matter what's going on around us every day with all the narratives. Remember what you will do and declare what you will do between now and when. Because when is coming. When you open your eyes up in the morning, it's a new day. What are you going to do differently? I'm Lake Moore of More Capacity. Come on, you know, the stretch is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. I love you too, girl. Perfection is not the measure. It's not. But maturity is mandatory. Make tonight count. And when you wake up in the morning, thank your Creator for a new day. Lord willing, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be encouraged. Bye now.